This is stupid, but on my phone, this guy, you'll laugh at this maybe. A lot of people get these pictures or tattoos, like of me as Joe Dirt. They send you, a lot of people get a lot of tattoos of stuff, like things you say or photos or whatever. Or they send me ones of Farley or whatever. So this guy sends me he's got Norm of all morons on his hand, Norm Macdonald. So I text Norm. I just send it to him. I go, hey, you have fans. And then I put in parentheses, fan. all we know is for sure this one guy. Uh-huh. And then of course, like days later, David, hello, it's me, Norm. How are you? Have you ever texted with Norm?
No, I haven't. No.
Times 1,000. He just goes, he waits days. And then at 3 a.m, hello? I go, Norm. Oh, what are you doing? Are you answering me from 4 days ago? Is that what you're doing? Dave, it's Norm. Do you like money? Yes, Norm, I like money. Why? Would you like to have more money than all your wildest dreams? Yes, I would. And then an hour later, would you like to walk into a dealership and point to a car and then just buy it? I go, of course. How? And then 3 hours later, bet the over in the Blackhawks game in the first quarter. First period or something. I go, oh, okay. Too bad that game was 6 days ago, you fucking idiot.
Now, David, let me ask you something. I understand that on this Here Comes the Funny tour, there's a group chat that you guys have engaged in. How's that going?
Well, obviously we all just make fun of each other, and Rob got a good one in on Adam, because Adam's not off limits. He really pretends to be one of the guys. And he says, hey, I'm fair game. But Rob goes, hey, Adam, when you do the show, you should tape it, and then you see where the jokes don't work, and then take those jokes out of your act and put better ones in. He goes, that's what I do!
By the way, I just want to say about the private jet, sometimes Adam's nice enough to actually let us go up front where he sits.
Oh, that's nice.
David Spade and I have had a hell of a time. Well, he's been a good man to me, I'll tell you that.
When we get home at night, we all get to this hotel, and then when we walk up, me and Norm are on the same floor, and then separate from Adam. And then we go up, and then Norm goes, hey, want to cruise in for a while? But I'm sort of the biggest puss in the tour. I always go to bed early. I go, nah, I'm going to crash and probably take a bath and just crash. He goes, you can take one here and we get some food. I'm like, no thanks, Cosby. I'm just going to... And he goes, no, come on in. He goes, we'll order food. We'll have some fun. We'll talk, play games. I go, I wish a chick would ever do this in my life. So I go, I'm just going to cruise. He goes, all right. And then the next thing he goes, he's with everyone. He goes, last night, Spade, I ordered all this food for him, and he blows me off.
The biggest star. It's amazing how, like, some of your friends, like, seriously, like those guys who came out of Saturday Night Live, like Sandler, you, Chris Rock. There's a lot of guys who sort of all of a sudden are like real big players.
Yeah, Norm got his own TV show.
Norm's doing well. What?
What?
Do you hang out with Norm, or is it impossible?
It's pretty impossible because he's crazy.
He is.
In L.A., I call him, and he goes, I go, what happened last week? I called you to go on. You called me? And I go, yeah. On my phone? I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got that. I go, well, you didn't call me back? No.
And he's serious.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And yeah, I know. Like, I have him on the show.
I love him, though. He's the funniest guy around. I think you need to be kind of crazy to be really funny.
He is very funny. I love him, too. And he has a gambling problem,
Yeah.
He was telling us how
secret,
he was all excited that he had $80,000. He won $80,000 in Vegas, but he had lost like $100,000 on basketball.
Right,
and that's on nickel slots. That's how serious he is.
Did you always know he had a gambling problem?
Mm-hmm.
You did. When did you know that? At Saturday Night Live?
I first knew he had a pee in a bottle problem.
Right.
Remember that? You always talk about
Yeah, it's
that.
great.
And then I knew...
Does he still save his urine? Do you know?
I don't know. He used to put it in Ziploc baggies, sign it, and send it to fans.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
But he did. He would take... After Saturday Night Live, they give you a car, a limousine, if you want to go to the party, and he would take it to Atlantic City.
Really?
He's a hard ass. He's hardcore, dude. I
know he'll even get into fist fights.
And then he'll stay at a table for hours and hours.
What do you think of that?
I feel lucky.
And then you don't even know if he's married or single. It's never really clear.
I don't know, but I know girls like him. He's when you're that something's that wrong, they pick up on it and like it.
They like the tragedy of that.
Fixer upper, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna make him a regular guy.
Right, but it never worked.
So we get the
Following Dennis is almost impossible.
Yeah.
And so I got it. This time it's me, Norm, and Dennis. I don't even know the order, but they're both hard to follow. They do great.
Norm has replaced Super Dave now as comedy's biggest enigma / beloved with all the other people.
Crazy man, yeah.
Yeah.
But he is always
Everyone
funny.
has 9 Norm stories. Even I have
Of
like 3
course.
Norm stories.
Someone said you had some connection to Norm. Do you?
He wrote for Grantland.
Oh.
We had mutual friends, and
That was it.
and he wanted to write a golf column about like golf gambling. I'm like, great. He did 4, and then just we never heard from him again.
Disappeared, yeah.
Then saw him 2 years later. It was like, hey, I love doing that golf column. It's like
he's like, what happened? And you're like, here's what happened. You cut off the world.
Yeah, we emailed you repeatedly, and you didn't answer anything. But yeah,
Sound familiar,
it was
Norm?
classic.
That sounds about right. If we were in a court, I'd go, I can vouch for that story. I know nothing about it.
I believe your version.
But with me, I go, Norm. He goes, David, you want to have dinner?
Yeah.
And then I go, yeah. Me and you eating dinner and then talking about fun old times? Sure. How about tomorrow night? Yes. And then no word, doesn't follow up. And then 4 weeks later, 3 a.m, hello? And then 3:01, David, answer me. I go, Norm, I can't play this anymore because it's funny, but it's...
Letterman's love for Norm Macdonald is one of the most... I would watch a documentary about that, too.
Yeah,
He
by the
seems
way,
like he just appreciates and loves him the most, and I have no idea why.
I busted Norm wide open because that last Letterman,
Yeah,
he went on. This is how he got so solidified in.
yeah.
So we have the same manager, me and Norm. So I go, hey, Gervitz. He goes, did you see Norm on Letterman last night? And I go, no. I saw some chick bawling. Why, was Norm on too? And he goes, I'm going to tell him. I go, please do. I go, Norm, were you crying on Letterman? He goes, no, I got teary because I go, that's crying. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's tears are
And
crying.
he goes, no, because I love Letterman. I go, I know, but relax.
Right.
I go, we all go on there. We all love Letterman. And then I go, oh, guess who's producing your show? The tears paid off. Letterman, will you do my show? Remember me? I was crying. I'm like, what
Worked.
a baby alive cries real
Effective.
tears. I know. It's funny. But it's a good thing to bust his balls. Actually, I have to say, one of my favorite things I've done, and I haven't seen, is me on Norm's show on Netflix. It was probably a year or two ago. Not a year ago. When he did his show. He had 10 episodes. I was the first one.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know if I knew it was on Netflix. I didn't know. He said, David,
Yeah.
our friendship's a total one-way street. Will you do me a favor? And then when you ask me for one, I'll disappear. I go, of course, Norm. so I go, all right. So I go on this thing. And I'm sort of just shitting on it. I didn't know we started. We're just talking.
Yeah.
You know, like we were talking when I came in.
Right.
And then he goes, all right. No, he didn't say that. He goes, let's go to a commercial. And I go, oh, are we on? And we're going to a commercial? I go, no, we started. I had like a can of, LaCroix or something. I go,
He didn't
I
do
can't have
an
a can
intro.
up here, can I? No one's even. I was talking to my assistant. I was just screwing off, waiting for the. Because you just sit down.
Norm was
no
really
one says a
going for
word.
something.
And it was funny. And I liked it. And then people would say, I like the show because, first of all, some would go, I love that you guys are great friends. Someone would say, are you guys even friends? Because it was such an oddball, weirdo thing that, and I didn't even let myself watch it because I go, I just like the idea of remembering it and going, it was weird. And then I would bust his balls about something, and then he would drop me about something and get on my ass, and then it was over. And I gave him another hard out, but I gave him 90. And he goes, I hear you have to leave after. And I go, you have to fucking continue life, you asshole. Who wants to sit here for 90 minutes and talk stupid shit? Anyway, I have 10 minutes of stories, Norm. You want me here for 90. So 80 is going to be dead air. So.
All right. So your show is 11:30 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, I feel this is a wrap up. It is, right?
Going over an hour.
Did I go over an hour?
Well, I could keep going, but I didn't. You complained earlier about when you're with somebody for 90 minutes.
I know. I'll complain after.
You can come back.
Oh, this is Norm. Are you on his show right now?
Norm, man.
I'll tell him I did this and get him mad.
I wrote 30 golf columns for him. No, it was really 4.
Do you like tweets that get one like? Come to my site. I go, you can't describe putting during, not describe putting. That's fine. But he just is a play-by-play announcer of a golf game.
It's the weirdest use of Twitter anyone's ever done, where he's like, good putt by Tiger.
I know. That's why you like him, though.
Great wedge by Koepka.
I go, ooh, go back 10. You got 3 likes on this one. But I go, it's only because no one can keep up with it. They're like, oh, I want to. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh.
I feel like it's a bit on how dumb Twitter is.
Yeah, maybe he's just doing a long play.
Yeah, it's a 7-year.
I can't wait till he's on the show because we were saying, who should I put him with? And he goes, David, I love your show. He analyzes him. He's smart.
Yeah.
And he also goes, I like when sometimes there's comics that don't know. Oh, whatever, I won't say that. But he just says, David, I won't do any written stuff. Let's just do something. I go, of course. I go, what's written? We bring up a subject. Miley Cyrus makes out with that chick. She likes a little Whisker biscuit now and then.
Right.
I go, just say whatever you want. That's all I do. I go, she eats at the soup kitchen. I go, just say whatever cracks you up. And he goes, yeah, she dines at the Y. And he goes, yeah, stuff like that. And then I go, well, when do you want to come on, crickets? And then 3 days later, great show last night. I want to sit with you. No one else around. You respect me, don't you? I will tell you the good and the bad of the show. And don't worry, it's mostly good. I go, great. Of course I want to hear what you think. You're good. David, do you understand? No one else can be there. It's me and you.
Oh, he doesn't want 2 other people.
No, just when he tells me.
Yeah.
Dinner. He goes, you're doing a lot of things right. And I want to confirm because if you respect me, which I think you do, who cares what these other motherfuckers say? I'm going to tell you I like it. And that means it's good. I go, of course. Then he has to reiterate that 50 times. I go, when do you want dinner? Crickets. 9 days later. Hello? David, do you still have your phone? Yes, Norm. I just was asleep at 3 a.m. like the rest of the planet.
Do you think there should be a podcast of just people discussing their experiences and friendships with Norm Macdonald?
Everyone loves Norm because it's too
Everyone loves Norm. That's the name of the title.
It's too interesting because
this is what
you don't know how much is an act, what's not, but he does get you, and he doesn't want to drive. And then I go, because he lives like a marina, I go, no one wants to come get you in the marina. No one's going to the marina for anything at 6 o'clock. If you want to go eat, and then Uber came, I go, Norm, now we're going to be best friends. I'll pay for it. I'm going to send an Uber. He goes, I don't want to get in that car with a stranger. Oh, we had this whole thing fixed. You don't want to get in an Uber? Jeez, it could be easier.
When does he officially move to Palm Springs or Palm Desert or one of those types of places?
And retire?
Like Super Dave did. No, and then just constantly tell you he's coming back. Hey, I'm going to be in LA on Tuesday. That feels like the next phase for him.
I get excited because he's very elusive, so it's fun when we hang out because he's Greta Garbo of the comedians.
Yeah.
But he is fun. And he's good looking. I always say you look like Paul Newman. Huh? I go, you do? You're tall and cool looking. All these girls were into him, like quietly, like you'd hear these girls. Norm's hot.
He's still my favorite Weekend Update guy.
Yeah, he's great. He's crazy and weird.
He really, really thrived on not getting a laugh.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it more than anyone who ever did.
And I go, by the way, your whole thing of not getting laughs, you don't have to drag that whole thing to my show.
I just never seen anything like it.
Do the crazy one where you get laughs and then go back. But
have
he's
you
always
had Corolla?
Smart. Oh, sorry, that was my zipper. Corolla is coming on. Yeah.
Yeah, Corolla. I would say Corolla would be good for this format.
He's coming on. And I saw him the other night at one of those clubs. He's great. Yeah, we're ready for him. We got all these. We got Bill Burr and I think Jim Jeffries
Bill Burr
together.
Would be good too.
We've got just pretty much every comic eventually coming on. So it's good.
Well, thanks for coming on this.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. This was fun. Good luck with the show.
I'm
glad you're doing it.
Sorry I got lost in the lot, but it's understandable with this lot.
Thanks.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Prince and Genesis were better anyway.
I've seen a guy kill that hard and bomb that hard, and it's a gift that people would pay that many a gift to pay that much for a ticket and he could still walk up. Didn't matter what the price, they would leave. And when he killed hard. Very hard to follow. We did a tour. I'll show you a few pictures from the tour that our friend Julia Jones took. She sent me this weekend. I think they're great and they're very cool. Norm watching me on stage, I'm watching him, and I've never seen him.